I was the first person in my school in like 10 years to go to Cambridge, so we had no idea like at my school what I was doing.
So I was so nervous that I was shaking, and I don't think the interviewer had seen. And I took his calculator and I was doing it for all of the basic sums. Like I think I did something like 6 plus 7 on it. He said to me, "Do you need a calculator for this?" At which point I didn't know what to say, so I just said yes. And then there was a bit of an awkward silence. Then I sort of said, "I'm nervous." And I think after that it got a little bit, well, I felt a bit better. I think he was fine with it the whole time.
They asked me a question and I immediately thought of the answer, which was the word circumference. But I decided that for some reason this was Cambridge and the word circumference was too simple and I needed to think of something smarter or more complicated. So I didn't say anything. I kind of just stayed quiet. They eventually say that, oh, actually, the answer we were looking for was the word circumference. And I just felt like I should have actually said what I was thinking rather than trying to stay quiet and be smart.
They asked me a question, and as I was responding, my brain just went blank, just completely. And I had to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, like, I just had a brain blank." And they said, "That's fine, you know, just sit until you remember what it is you wanted to say." And I think we sat there for about 2 minutes just in silence while I was trying to remember and have words come back to me. But then after that, it was fine. And I guess it helped make it more of a comfortable, relaxed environment, because I knew that if I could make silence feel comfortable, then the rest of the interview couldn't go so bad.
So at one point I started arguing with the interviewer, which was a tactic that I later found out isn't exactly frowned upon, but at the time I was just really annoyed because I said something that was like, you know, a bit opinionated about British politics. The interviewer just reworded what I said completely. And it's like, I didn't say that. What I said was this. That is not the same thing. And yeah, at the time I was like, I have completely screwed it up. But in retrospect, maybe not the worst idea.
I couldn't integrate x squared over 2, which I had done in like year 11. So the interviewer was like, just breathe, calm down. I'm sure you can do this because you've done similar stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah. So that went well. So I think it's quite normal to not even be able to do the basic things that you do know, and it's fine.
And my thoughts were just to try and be myself. If you're more comfortable, then you're just going to do better.
It's sort of designed to make you think about things that you haven't encountered before.
Put your thoughts aloud. They can work with you if you say something, because then they can see how you're thinking and where you're going wrong and help lead you towards the right answer.
There was a lot of afterwards I thought, oh, but what happens if I said this? Or did I say this? Or should I have said that? I played the situation in my head so many times I forgot how the interviews actually were.
And then make my way down the stairs, happy as you can be after an interview. I realised that I'd forgotten my bag in the interview room and the second person after me had already gone in. So I had to knock on the interviewer's door, get my bag, have this really awkward conversation when they looked at me like, you will not be coming to this university. I left and then 2 months later did actually get in. That was my interview.